What's up, guys? Full Draw Futures here. Quick trade recap for today. We had two trades today on MES. We had two micros. Both our trades hit 10-point runners, and I was done for the day. There's no overtrading, no guessing, just two clean setups off of key levels, ours being the New York VWAP, which you can see here in purple on the screen. And I'll break down exactly how this ties into the hunting mindset because honestly, trading and bow hunting are the same game. All right, so here's a breakdown for today. Overnight, you can see here that we gapped down Sunday coming into the 1800 open Sunday evening. And since we reclaimed the overnight VWAP, we were bullish all through the night coming into the New York session. And we like to trade here at Full Draw Futures. We do negative R to R trading, and we trade based off of the New York VWAP and opening range. So the opening range we let set for 15 minutes, and that's our top line here and bottom line as well. The dotted line is going to be the New York VWAP from the previous session on Friday's 9:30 open. We have our overnight VWAP below us, and then the purple line is going to be our current day New York VWAP anchored off of 9:30. As we market opened, we broke the opening range here at 9:48 after we had waited patiently for the market first 15 minutes to set. That broke open, and then we didn't want to chase that breakout for that first trade. We want to wait for it to pull back into our zone. After it broke high, I was waiting for a pullback and retest of the New York VWAP. Over here, you can see where I entered the trade. We started to come down to the New York VWAP here. I did have a handoff VWAP, which we did touch and turn off of that. The handoff's a little discretionary. I typically like to wait to see it come back to the New York. I did have a limit order set here at 68.45, and we had confluences of the New York VWAP and previous day, which would have been Friday's 9:30 New York VWAP, all sitting here around this price level. So I was pretty confident seeing how the VWAP had left the opening range. We're very bullish on the day to go ahead and set a limit order here. My stop loss is set down at the opening range low, and then we looked for 10 points. We got tapped in a quick 10 points on that one. Moving on to trade two. Again, we don't want to chase the whole breakout. Obviously, you could have held here to structure at this point here or the highest point previously here at the 10 o'clock open. I didn't do that. I like to get my 10 points and get out. You're never going to top tick or bottom tick a trade. So you want to take what you can. You're always going to leave something on the table. So we waited for price, it ran away, and we wanted to not chase that. We want to wait for it to come back into our effective range, as you can say. That would be waiting for that pullback into the New York VWAP. And so we did that here. We came back actually into the handoff VWAP that we have. You can see it bounced here at 11:30, and then it came back down and pushed through, bounced off the New York VWAP, and then shot off of that New York VWAP bounce. And right here when it pulls back in, this is our range, right off of New York VWAP. And we want to make sure that that's where we're hitting and getting into trades. I front ran this a little bit. I was coming in off of the New York or off of the handoff VWAP. I could have waited a little bit more and taken that turn, but I felt pretty clean and confident again that this was coming off of this handoff VWAP or New York. I had plenty of room with my stop loss below opening range high. We got in, we took our 10 points. It ran after. We could have traded again into structure to the left, both of these points here. But we took our 10 points and got up fairly quickly. Both these trades ran, and I would say within 2 minutes, we were at our TP for the day. And this is why I like to connect trading to hunting. You don't go into the woods thinking that you're going to take 20 shots. You go in for one opportunity. Here we go in for one, maybe two opportunities, looking to get the price that's paying us. And you can see here it did twice. We came in here, we had the price sitting at 68.47.45. That paid. And then here you come back down, test 68.50. That comes out and pays again. So you sit still, you wait, you want to read the environment. We did our pre-market prep, and we read the environment of the trading landscape that we were in today. And that's exactly what today was. When shot presents itself, you execute nice and clean. So 3 things that made today work. First was patience. We didn't trade the first break of opening range, and we didn't chase it and catch it higher than we needed to. We didn't want to catch the top and have it fall back on us. Second, structure and VWAP. We waited to see what the structure was going to tell us. We waited for the first 15-minute opening range to set, and we waited for it to pull back into our VWAP to come into range. And third, discipline, taking 2 trades, taking our 10 points, getting out and being done for the day. And that's what keeps us constant in prop firm accounts. So that's a recap for today. 2 trades, 20 total points, and done. If you want more breakdowns like this, trading MES, prop firm challenges, and how I connect it to bow hunting mindset, make sure to subscribe to Full Draw Futures. Trade like a hunter, not a gambler.